It's Homebrew.
Coming at you guys. And we got something special today.
We do. Tell them who this one comes from.
Well, this comes from our good old friend, S.J. Poor.
That's right. At Little Face Brewing. But it's not one of his beers this time.
Yeah.
This is a commercial beer he sent to us from a friend. I've had a beer from this brewery. It comes from South County Brewing out of Fawn Grove, Pennsylvania. And check this out. Ooh. This is a new fresh one out on the market. It's not even on their website yet. It's the Black Cowgirl. It's a, get this, black double IPA. That's right, a black DIPA. And then it's bourbon barrel aged for 12 months in
bourbon barrels.
In bourbon barrels. I thought they said what kind. But anyway, that's kind of unique. This is an 8% ABV beer. Have you ever had an Imperial black IPA? I'm not sure if I have. But definitely not one that's been burnt. Yeah, actually, maybe I have.
But not barrel aged.
But not barrel aged. So we love our unique.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're going to get her cracked open. Okay, so here we go.
I smell it.
Yeah, I can smell it big time. Not much of a head on this thing.
No,
but we poured it all in. I got the last to the bottom, so I don't know if that'll be a little bit different.
I'm going to say it's opaque.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I'm going to say it's black.
It's...
All right, well, we're going for the nose. That's what it's all about here.
Bourbon barrels? See?
Baby! Just big old bourbon barrel character. Oh, and huge caramel on the note for me, too.
I get the vanilla.
And dark fruits. Oh, yeah. Dark fruits. Vanilla's there. Dark fruits. Bourbon. Caramel. I'm getting a good bit of like raisin and fig on this thing.
I agree. I don't get any hops,
I'm not getting the hop character really. Because the bourbon and the caramel and stuff is so big. And the dark fruits, I'm not getting the hoppiness. Get a light earthiness, get some of the oak character. I should mention, so I've had from them, Christian didn't have it, I bogarted it all. I had the Virgil, which was an Imperial Dark Ale from South County Brewing, which was just fabulous. I mean, one hell of a good beer. So that's about what I'm getting on the nose. I don't get anything else.
Yeah, it smells more like a Imperial Stout right now.
Right. But, absolutely. We're freezing, by the way, out here. It's 38 degrees on the back porch, so it's a little chilly with a breeze.
I think we need to warm up with some Imperial
that's
bourbon.
Right. I like it. It's a thin mouthfeel. It's like a medium body on it. And of course it's cold, so it's going to change if we are able to warm it up, which is going to be hard to do back here.
I can't even keep my hands warm. Get a little bit of hoppiness now. Not much, though.
Not a lot. And you get some earthy qualities that are going on. But the flavor, though, is just really there. I'm getting caramel. I'm getting dark chocolate. I'm getting the bourbon. I'm getting the vanilla.
Yeah, so it does taste like a Cascade Ale because it's thinner in the mouth. It's got some hop to it, but it's it's actually got a lot of nice fruity, sweet flavors to it.
You know, I mean, the only complaint would be is if this was an Imperial Stout, you'd be saying the body's too thin, but it's not an Imperial Stout. And it tastes actually a lot like an Imperial Stout to me. Right there, I just got some hop character on the front of my tongue, which was interesting. It was a light citrus kick. And if I was going to lean any direction, it would have been towards the grapefruit type character. I don't know what hops they put into this.
Yeah, you are going towards the light citrus kick, more of the grapefruit style. A little bit of the pungentness. Very light, though. It's really hard when you got some of the dark fruits sweetening it up. You got kind of like I don't know if it's more of a toffee or a burnt molasses flavor in there. But you definitely... Or maybe it's just
It's almost like a burnt brown sugar burnt toast, burnt brown sugar type character going on there.
I was gonna actually go towards like a sweet breadiness to it, but it's not thick enough to be sweet breadiness.
Yeah, but no, there is like a light bread to it, like a. But I don't want to say a brown bread. It's I want to say it's more like that, overcooked toast to it, and maybe like a light brown sugar, like a burnt brown sugar quality to it. We had to take an early break. Our hands were cold and we couldn't warm the damn thing up.
I know. I don't like that whatsoever.
So we've warmed it up. So now we can make some more observations for you. To start, I can tell you the vanilla's coming through even more on it for me.
So the thing about this beer is, it's weird, as it's been warming up, I'm actually getting more hop flavor to it.
Yeah.
You're getting a little bit of that more bitterness, that more Cascade style, which is odd because I expect
Cascadian dark ales, if you don't know, is where you're using Cascade hops, not just hops in general, for a black IPA. So that's a Cascadian dark ale.
Yeah, they regionalized it for us.
And that's what it's referring to. And so you get more of the bitterness now. That's starting to come out as it's warm. And it really is these Cascadian style hops that lend themselves often more towards the grapefruit type things and grapefruit rind.
That's true. And so, and it is a double, so like in that sense, it's not going to be as pungent with the hop flavor and the bitterness.
This is definitely an Imperial in that sense. There's a lot of sweetness, but as it's warmed, it's become more earthy, a lot more earth tones. I could see potentially something like Columbus and or Willamette hops being in here. I'd say Columbus probably more so, or possibly some Chinook in there. Thinking through a few of these sea beers, sea ones, particularly being in this. That's how it strikes me at any rate. The chocolate's toned down, the caramel has toned down on it, the earthiness has come up, maybe a hint of licorice on there even, which is interesting. It's really shifted a lot.
It's actually shifted towards the darker notes in the beer, which is what you would expect in the first place. Which is normal with a black IPA, where you're going to get more of those darker, like a cocoa nib taste to it, along with some hoppiness.
And it was funny, just now I coughed, and I got this little bit of a taste of, believe it or not, toasted coconut, which doesn't completely surprise me with some of the other characteristics on this.
No,
and for me, it's like, I dig on that. I'm also starting to get even just light bits of like a leather tobacco type qualities on it too now, which is really fun. So there's a lot of diversity on this beer. This is a beer, again, to sip, savor, start cold, go for it, man. Start refrigerator cold even. I know they say 55, but break the rules.
This beer isn't getting warmer than 40.
Not out here. But
my spirits are though.
But yeah. But warm it up and take it over the temps, because I think it's fabulous. In terms of ratings, that's really tough. So when I first sipped it, in terms of style, for a black Imperial IPA, I was thinking pretty damn low scores, to be honest, because it just didn't encompass a black IPA type thing. But I'm getting more of those qualities. I want to give it an 88 as far as black IPAs, Imperial black IPAs go.
Yeah, and I'd be there with you. I expect a little bit more bitterness to it. I give it an 87. I just expected just a little bit more of that like tea flavor, earthiness with a little bit of hop flavor with it.
I'm going to be really curious now with Christian to see where he goes on overall. For me, this started off tasting more like a barrel-aged Imperial Stout, which is my wheelhouse. Man, it was like I was skyrocketing to world class. I mean, literally, it was. That's where it was, my brain. Now, as it's warmed up, it's kind of going back into that black IPA, which I enjoyed them, but I don't think in terms of numbers, I'm not a world class in numbers. but I'm digging on it a lot because it has so many qualities and it's changed so much. So I'm going to go overall 93. I really like it.
All right, so we're in the same wheelhouse. I'm going up on this. This is an excellent beer. Just because it doesn't hit the class that they put it in and didn't hit the things I expect out of it, it's fantastic. It's drinking great. It's smooth. It's like an Imperial stout almost in a way. But it's just damn tasty. And so I'm going to give it a 92. I just think it's a fantastic beer. You got to find it and get it.
We're pretty damn close on these numbers. You can see it's just one stroke lower than me on each case. Lots of love going out to SJ and NM for sending this bottle our way, right? They know we love them. And this is one hell of a good beer. I know he told me the name of the brewer. I can't remember at the moment, but they make some fantastic stuff. And they're barrel-aged things. That's all I've had. Whew, yeah, that's some good stuff. Here it is. It's the Black Cowgirl. That's got to get you thinking just on the name. That's fun. This is from South County Brewing out of Fawn Grove, Pennsylvania. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Christian.
Saying life's too short
to drink cheap beer.
And we'll see you
on the next beer review. Now let's face it. We all know that Bailey sent it for me, right?
Oh, it's good to dream.